Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm. Today I'm going to tell you a little story about how this here revolver, the 38 Special Smith & Wesson snub nose, bit me the other day. It's kind of healed up by now. Can't really tell. Let me zoom the camera in. Right about there. Yeah, see? Yeah, you might be able to see it right there. It pinched the fire out of me. It's healed up by now though, but when it happened, and I'll show you how it happened. See how I'm holding this revolver here, like that? I was resting my thumb right here against the cylinder release of the revolver, and I didn't know it at first, but when I was firing like this, of course I was aiming at the target, but I'm just doing this downward so the camera can see. I was aiming it down, and when I would fire, it would come back and hit that point on my thumb. And gradually, of course my fingers are dry. I've been outside a lot because, you know, deer season just ended. It ends later tonight, but we wrapped it up early. Simply because we weren't seeing no deer. It was getting slow, and there's a lot of fields with crops still in them because the farmers didn't pick them, and so on and so forth. So they just decided, yeah, you know, we'll just come back next year and try again. Even though my dad did get a buck like the third day of the first week. So we got deer meat, but I wasn't able to find one that I wanted to shoot that had a big rack on antlers. But anyway, as I was at the range the other day, I didn't bring my camera to that shooting thing, just simply because I just wanted to shoot guns and not have to worry about making a YouTube video. But as I was shooting, I had my thumb like this right here, right up against that cylinder release, and it's just the little things, you know. As I was shooting, it would gradually bump more and more into my thumb until finally I looked, and it was a big hole there with blood running down. And so I spent the remainder of that day trying to figure out other ways of holding the revolver so I would not continue to hurt my thumb and possibly get blood on the firearm, which would have been messy to clean up. So I just experimented around, found new ways to shoot it. Didn't do too bad. I got like a 2.75 MOA group at 25 yards with it in this diamond, 6 shots, as you can see. So the premise of this video and why I'm telling you this is because, as you all know, firearms can bite you. They can bite you back. As it did with me, and this isn't my first rodeo with a firearm biting me and drawing blood. I've had several do it. My 1909 Mauser, for example, it can really bite you if you are not paying attention when you are taking that down, because the bolt has a trick to it. I will go get the bolt and show you. Alright, I have my Mauser bolts. The way you field strip the bolt is as such. You press this little button in here, right there, and you push it in and you rotate the back end of it off. Now I won't take it all the way down, but what I did that made my Mauser bolt pinch me was I knocked it off safe with the firing pin out, and that sent this shear right here forward over my thumb. And that whole part right there came forward and snapped the back of my thumb, and it tore the hide right off. Now I bet you're all wondering, well, what's the point of this video? And man, this thing's been greased up. I'll put it back later. What is the point of this video? Why am I making a video about a firearm pinching me? Because I figured it would be an interesting discussion. You know, firearms will bite you back if you aren't careful and you don't have your fingers and hands placed on them in a certain way. You've got to be mindful. Like me, I got pinched and cut on this revolver just simply having my thumb riding up alongside that cylinder release. That's something I'll remember, but at the time it didn't dawn on me, but now I know. So, what is a story that you guys would like to tell? What time have you had a firearm that pinched you and made you bleed, you know? What firearm has bitten you and you had to hold it a different way, you know? This is a kind of a discussion video. See, just be talking about this certain thing, the certain topic about firearms biting back, you know. I figured it'd be interesting and fun. So anyway, what has been your experience with a firearm pinching you, biting you, making you bleed? You know, you held it a certain way and you didn't think nothing of it, and then out of the blue, your hide's been peeled back on one of your fingers, you know. Well, write down in the comments below your experiences with such events. It'll be an interesting discussion topic, and I'll see you all in the next video.